Another man that holds the key on what will happen and that has happened on Burn Notice, co-executive producer and writer Alfredo Barrios. Playing the rather egotistical gun dealer who never seems to be happy with Michael's ability to outsmart him. Playing Brennan J. Carnes. Everyone knows the Weston family could probably use a little Dr. Phil time. And today we have Michael's brother Nate, played by Seth Peterson. And lastly but not leastly, you know him from Evil Dead. To be him, one of my personal heroes, Bruce Campbell! Before we begin asking a whole bunch of questions, we have a special just for Comic-Con sneak preview of what to expect for the rest of this season on Burn Notice.
Turn it off and turn around.
My questions, because I know there's a few of you guys that might have something you might want to ask, you know, Bruce or Matt or whatever other panelists. I got presented with a whole bunch of questions that we're going to warm everybody up with, so let's start with the brains behind the operation, Matt Nix. This is actually a question that's kind of bugged me now. I've recently become a fan of this show for some reason. This is actually a good question that's been bugging me. Matt Nix, what can you tell us about Michael and Nate's father?
To be honest, when you start out writing a television pilot, your expectation really is that your script will be put in a drawer and forgotten forever. And you don't think about the fact that if you write in a missing father in a show that contains a mystery element, that the entire world will go, "The father is the mystery." I feel comfortable saying in this venue, and you can be the first to know, Michael's father did not burn him. I know, so many people have speculated that, as I pointed out a number of times. Say, wasn't there a spy show where there were some dead parents involved in a young person spying? It was called Alias. It was already on. We're not doing that. No, really, the point of The Father for me, and really the point of having a spy show where the spy is seen interacting with his family at all, is that in working on the show, I was really interested in the idea of who is this guy as a person? Where did these skills come from? And the truth is that the people that do this kind of work, we present a certain height
just leave and then we'll get you.
But the people that do this kind of work tend to come from really challenging family backgrounds because it's the kind of thing that makes you paranoid and understand violence and all of these things. And so, so that was really what interested me about The Father, giving him a background that would kind of always be unresolved because the guy's dead and there's no reconciliation to be had there. And that, we have fun on the show and there's a lightness to it, but at the same time, there is this kind of dark core to Michael that makes it interesting and fun for us all. We've done these present papers.
Yeah, it's really good. Really good. I was hanging on every word.
Good, thank you.
Bruce.
not mine? What'd you just say? Let's meet in the parking lot after the show. I'll show you how Sam X tames all those rich Miami women. But we digress.
Like that's gonna stop. Okay, Bruce, this is a bit of a naff question. What are the most, Bruce?
Where did this come from, this question?
Where did these come from?
From the internet?
No, I have some internet
So this
ones
might be
later.
a real question?
This is
Okay.
going to be a real question.
All right.
Ish. Okay, what are the most Bruce Campbell aspects of Sam Axe's personality? What are the least?
Let's go back here,
That's a really good question.
Just take it.
But before I answer that, I would like to explain why Bird Notice is here today at Comic-Con. Why is a spy show being paraded in front of all the freaks and geeks? Why? It's very logical. I thought about it a lot and I broke it down. Science fiction, fantasy, and horror. That's why. Horror. Here's the horror connection with Burn Notice. My character's name is Sam Axe. All right, this was a gift from Matt Nix to you. All right? Secondly, science fiction. If you've ever been to Miami, you know that there's lots of aliens there. That covers science fiction. Fantasy. What does Bird Notice have to do with fantasy? Well, my character, Sam Axe, sleeps with an endless string of rich Miami women, and that's a hell of a fantasy to me. Sorry to digress, I apologize. So the question, what is Sam Axe most like Bruce and least like Bruce? Most like, I wear these stupid shirts even if I wasn't on the show. So I've shelled out $125 per Tommy Bahama for no good reason. That's the first part. Second part, that's least like me?
Yeah.
My wife doesn't let me sleep with rich Miami women.
Well, I'm sorry to make anybody follow that. Alfredo, what is the most challenging part of creating a formidable foe for Michael to face every week? What is the most challenging part of creating a formidable foe for Michael to face every week?
Making him as smart and funny as Michael is. And we've been really, really lucky. We've put on paper some really great villains, some really great foes, and people that we just thought shined on paper with what they did and how they spoke. And some of the people here, including yourself, really filled in those roles quite nicely. And you know, I think Burn Notice is one of those shows that I think Matt would agree, and Bruce, and anybody that's worked on the show is truly a collaboration. And those characters don't really come to life until you come on the set. And we've been incredibly lucky, but it's really, you know, like I said, finding somebody who's equally smart and funny, and we found those actors.
Cool. Awesome.